I'm going to walk you through the specific funding sequence that can get you $100,000 in business credit. And all of it is just from pulling from Experian. All of it structured properly. And if you execute this right, you can run this up in a day or two. So let's get into it. Before anything, your profile needs to be ready because none of this will work if you walk in with a broken report. When I say broken report, you cannot have any negative items on your credit report. That is number one. And here's what you need before you even think about applying. I need you to have 8 to 10 active accounts, credit age of at least 4 years, and less than 3 inquiries in the last 12 months with zero derogatory, of course, no late payment, no collection, no charge off, no negative, no nothing. Payment history needs to be 100% excellent. You're like, I don't know what the hell is that, but fuck it. Utilization needs to be what? Under 10% and single digit if it's possible, of course. And if you want, at least you have to have 2 personal credit cards with limits of $5,000 or higher so you can run this shit up to the moon, okay? And the last one that mattered that more than people even realize, that lenders look at your personal side before they even decide what they're gonna give you on the business side. You need to show them that you can handle high limit personally. Once you show them that, they will extend higher limits on the business side. Of course, you have to have an LLC. So your LLC also needs to be structured right with no like a low risk industry. It can be either consulting, marketing, education, business management, those type of stuff. The banks love those type of industries, right? And they're going to underwrite based on the industry risk. If you have a high risk classification on your business profile, guess what? They're gonna deny you before you even open your credit report. Do you understand? So the profile truly matter. And you need to make sure your business side also is structured properly. And here's how the sequence works. So bank one, once you get all the things that I just told you in check, it will be go to Chase. Start with Chase Inc. Business Cash Card. This one is like easier for approvals in any Chase lineup, okay? And it comes with what? With zero interest for the first 12 months. And the limit on this card can run anywhere from $35,000 to $50,000, depending on what you put on the application. And once you're approved, Chase will allow you to actually apply for two business cards within 30 days with 1 inquiry. Isn't that crazy? So you can go back in to Chase and ask them for 2 multiple different credit cards, and now you have 3, and now in total you can, purely just from Chase, you can have $75,000 in business funding, especially if you apply this through like a business relationship manager instead of just going online by yourself. You can get 2 cards through 1 sequence, potentially from $50,000 to $100,000 right there, depending on how you structure yourself. That is just from 1 bank. So right away at 1 bank, we're just sitting at 50 to 100K if you did all what I just told you properly, right? That is Chase. The second bank will be American Express. I don't know, for some reason, a lot of people think this is like some bougie stuff on the internet and stuff, but in reality, it's super easy to get it. And it's very easy. It's not even impressive, to be honest, but it's good. So American Express is the second bank, and this is where it gets really interesting, right? Amex will give you up to 5 business credit cards of a single hard inquiry. 1 pull, 5 multiple approvals. I think that is fucking dope, to be honest. So start with what? Maybe we can start with the Blue Business Cash Card. They're gonna give you 0 interest for the first 12 months immediately, and then immediately apply for the second one, which is the Blue Card, and also 0% for the first 12 months. Same inquiry, and you just got 2 cards from Amex, right? And from there, you move to the Business Gold, still on the same inquiry. Then the Business Platinum. That is 4 cards on 1 hard pull. And if you are like on a roll, go for the 5th one. Why not? Give it a shot. The Green Card. That will be the fifth one. Or they call it the plum card. Either works at that point, to be honest. And one thing to be careful about with Amex is what you put on the application matters. So if you put wrong numbers, that is going to trigger a financial review, which will make them start asking you a lot of different documents and a lot of questions. So you don't want that. Make sure what you put in is actually accurate and consistent. That is with Amex. So make sure you watch out on that point, because I see a lot of people miss that point up. The third bank is Navy Federal. I love this credit union, truthfully. And Navy Federal is known for what? Pulling from TransUnion on the personal card, but on the business side, they pull from Experian. So it fits the sequence. To get the business card, you need to join through a backdoor method. If you don't know somebody that actually works directly in the military, because that's what they require, that's one of the requirements, that you have to have a family member or whatever. There's another way that is called the backdoor method, which is super easy. Just do your due diligence and make that shit happen for yourself. And then once you do that and you open an account, open both personal and business account, and then apply for limits. And the limits actually varies from $15,000 to $25,000. This is with Navy Federal. And one of the things that people don't know about Navy is it is a credit union, and it is a relationship-based credit union as well. So even if you have a fucked up credit, if you just go to Navy Federal and build up your relationship with them, they're going to give you an internal credit score, which will help you get funding from them even if you had bad credit. Okay? And the thing is this though, it is not 0% interest like Chase and Amex credit cards. But at this point in the sequence, you are already what? Past 100K, and this is just adding to the stack. So why to the motherfucking not, right? One thing you need to keep in mind is managing inquiries between the application, because every hard pull counts. Between every application, you can call Experian directly and use the 24-hour inquiry removal method, which is you call them and they're going to remove the inquiry from your report. It is not something most people know, and that is the whole fucking point. But it will definitely increase your approval also on every subsequent application. So it will add up before you know it. Now what we have 2 Chase cards, up to 5 Amex card, and 1 Navy Federal. 3 to 4 total hard inquiries, and we got all those cards. And potentially fewer if you even manage them between the applications. Isn't that nuts? I think that's fucking pretty impressive. That's how you get $100,000 in business credit, all at 0% APR. And all of them are just pulling from Experian. So we can run this shit up doing the exact same way with banks that pull from TransUnion, from Equifax. And here's why this matters beyond just having access to capital. This is also a service you can provide to other people. You can find a business owner who needs $100,000 in capital, run this sequence for them, charge 10% on the back end, and that is $10,000 from one client. The way you collect it, you invoice them and they pay you with the new 0% APR interest credit cards that they just received in the mail. They just got funded, you got paid, and nobody's out of pocket in a way that they don't want to be in. And that is the model, and it's super scalable. That's why I love this business model. But first, get your own profile right. You need to run this on yourself. Understand every single step of the process from the inside, because the people who can execute this for others are the ones who have already done it for themselves. And that's what separates the real motherfuckers in the industry from the people just talking about it, because I see a lot of them do.